The Brady Bunch.
We've got Karina and Caroline.
Yeah.
And Patty.
Hello, Patty.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Jay.
Hi. How are you?
And of course, Marcia's here. Hello, Marcia. Or her ceiling's here.
And Allegra. Hello, Allegra.
Sister-in-law's hiding in there.
Who's hiding?
He's black and Rebecca.
So we don't want it to be so wet that we can't put our dryer paint on at the end of the hour for the darker details. So this is where we can use our artistic license. So this is kind of a silhouette. We're going to be pulling a little bit of detail out of it, but people that have seen it, like my wife saw this, oh my goodness, that's so detailed. But so what I'm doing is I'm getting my Gamsol or my turpenoid, and I'm watering down to just real watery. And I'm going to look at this area here, and I'm just going to lay down messy marks. Now, I talked to one of my students this week about what makes a line. A line is made when a dark value meets a light value. Those who have taken my class before have seen this before. I'm getting my little turpenoid in my spray bottle, and I'm just going to spritz a little bit. That's going to give a little bit of texture to my painting, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. You can see the texture it gives. Kind of cool. It's fun. Now, with my medium brush, less Gamsol or thinner, and more of the full paint. And I'm going to start with the muzzle. Now, when you're beginning, it's really good to get your reference photos printed out or on your computer at 100% size. That way you can measure. So I'm going back and forth when I'm doing my painting at 100%. So I'm looking at it and I'm seeing the reference right next to me at the same size. So as you're going along, you can use calipers. With the calipers, I can do a measurement of that width right there, and I can make sure that that's the size. His ears are really cool. Reminds me of Spock from Star Trek. Now we're going to be taking away some of this paint with the technique using our solvent, our Gamsol, at the end. So I'm not worried about it being absolutely perfect. I'm going to get that eye socket to pop out a little bit more that says horse. people, if you haven't painted before or drawn before, a lot of people don't realize how slow painting is. They see my time lapses and they're like, oh, you paint so fast. And I know that they're joking. They know they're joking, but they don't realize how incredibly slow the process is. So I'm looking at the relationship between the shapes. So I'm looking at this, I'm not thinking of a horse's leg, I'm just looking at the shape it's making. So right here, you see it comes in at about this angle. And another trick you can do is use the brush and put it on that angle and bring that angle straight over and see if you've got the same angle. And I see my angle was slightly off. So I'm going to adjust. Another thing I want to remind people is constantly clean your brush. So I'm using a towel and constantly cleaning that keeps it from, when we start getting into color, that's even more important. But while right now it's more about like cleaning the turpentine or solvent out. Look at this, just this mass right here. So I'm not even thinking what it is. Great is it's your own painting, so don't worry about it being perfect, don't worry about it being great. It's just let it be. As you're painting, you're learning, you're making mistakes, and you say to yourself, next time I'm not gonna make that mistake. But if you don't have calipers, get anything, a piece of paper or whatever, like I'll use my value here, and I'll use that as my measurement. I can go over here and say that's 1, 2 1/4 across. So I can go 1, 2 1/4 across. So I can see the side of the bodies right there. But it's really handy to have calipers. You can have real cheap ones like this, or real fancy silver ones like that. Ooh, ah. be excited about just the beginning process. I talked to a student this week, and he was originally, before he came to me, was taking an art class from a book. It was like 30 days of drawing or something like that. And he says he didn't feel like he was progressing. He was a little bit frustrated until after about day 6, he looked back at day 1 and solved it. He's painting better on day 6 than he was on day 1. That's what it's all about. I can go back in as this dries and go darker. So, but I'm really happy with placement. So I'm looking at this fence and I'm thinking about the darks. So I'm gonna go to the nose. You can see the nose goes all the way to that pole, so that kind of gets me in placement. I'm not even concerned of it being perfect. I'm not tying terpenoid, and I'm gonna rub that off my brush. And then I'm gonna use this as a tool to pull highlights. Now, the more I do this, the more I pull, the brighter it gets. It won't go people are like, oh, I can't get it to, back to white. It won't go back to white, but you can go pretty light. And again, what makes that line is the values around it. Hair just fades into the background, and I'm going to allow that for my painting too, but I'm just going to go back and forth, lightly going in and loosening up that paint to create this mane. Oh my God, there's so much to learn. I love being a beginner. Even to this day, when I take courses from other artists, international artists, it's just being the beginner again is just so fun.
Jay, it's amazing you go so fast. It's incredible.
find yourself getting frustrated, step back away and realize that this is supposed to be a fun process, a fun journey. Allow yourself. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up a cheap old bristle brush, okay? And I'm going to load the tip up with color. Mine says one more adjustment. Oh my goodness, Patty. Show that up. That is beautiful.
Oh, wow, Patty. That's great.
Wow.
All right, Patty, for now on, you're the instructor. I'll take classes from you.
Yeah, show everybody else.
I had so much trouble with the rump.
Yeah.
I want to show you Caroline's too, Jake. 'Cause I really like her. The head and neck and ears are really good.
Yeah. Oh, Jen, that's really good. I like that. Oh, look at the emotion and seeing going from the dark. Does everybody see Jen's? That is, I think it's just,
Oh, where's Jen?
Nice.
Okay.
Wow.
that's very good. I love that.
Oh, thanks. I loved it too.
Let's see.
Oh.
Oh, Amy,
Nice.
nice.
But
Oh, Amy. Oh, they're gorgeous. Wow.
that perspective is hard.
It is hard.
Yeah, yeah.
What I want to learn is that nice slow process of values first. So
Right,
getting used to using turpentine other than just cleaning my brush.
right. And as an artist, you understand that values are so important. When you don't focus on values, it can destroy your entire painting. Very nice.
And I was just amazed, Jay, at how suddenly the halter appeared. Like with
Yeah.
buckles and everything. It's like, where did the buckles come from? You know,
Yeah.
awesome.
I
I
think,
know, that scares me too.
yeah, I think Dover is where it came from. Just start all over again and do it again. And Jean, that's really good. I love that.
Yeah, very nice, Jean.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is that
Very
all
nice.
new?
A lot of the artists from the Renaissance have died.
Oh.
Jen's like nice seeing your face. I loved your artwork. That was beautiful. Thank you
Oh,
so much
thanks.
for sharing.
Thank you. I was shocked at how easy it was, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like, wow. And like all of a sudden the shapes just started coming together. It was wonderful.
Yeah. Two things. One is I am doing one-on-ones and it's donation only. Karina and I and her daughter are working together. And I had another one, my students was here. And I've been meeting a bunch of them like 3 or 4 or 5 times. And we just do what you want to talk about, something you're struggling with, any medium, whatever you want to do, we schedule a time, do 30 minutes. It's not like beat you up, but I'm all about making people feel good about what you're doing, what your process is. I believe that everyone can be an artist, anyone that's willing to put the effort and time into artwork. So please reach out to me. The other thing is our new 8-session class starts next Saturday. I am thrilled about it, and I'm doing everything I can not to start it out early. It's going to be such a fun process, and it's been a blast. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you for doing this.
Absolutely,
Thank you. We hope to see you all next Saturday
absolutely,
from 1 to 2 and 3 to 5.
absolutely. And paint. Paint,
Thank you
paint.
very much.
Thank you, Amy.
All right.
Good to see
All right,
you.
bye-bye.
Everybody,
You
have
and
a
your
nice
dog.
holiday weekend. Oh,
All right. Well, go have fun. Thanks again. You guys are amazing. Appreciate it.
all right, Jay, we'll be in touch very soon.